This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings to all of you brethren preaching his word in all sincerity and truth. And shalom to all of you speckled birds out there, wherever you may be throughout the four corners of the earth, that listen and subscribe into this truth, and that is being brought back to the Lord, in these last days, through the words of the prophet, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom unto you. It's the brother Damar Gabar here from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. Salaki. All right, and I started with Ecclesiastes 9 and 12 because, this devil Esau, he is getting ready to, spring and set a trap for the whole planet Earth, man. And a lot of these people are just not aware. A lot of these people, they're caught up in the world. They're caught up in, their marriages, pleasing their wives, partying and BSing and, investing in crypto, trying to buy property, trying to do all these things, of the world. And, they're basically investing and doing all these things on in a sinking ship. And little do they know, while they're, caught up in the rat race of their everyday life, caught up in their job, their families, their businesses, their wives, their side chicks, chasing the bag, trying to be, TikTokers and Instagram celebrities and trying to get the quick buck. This damn devil is setting a snare and a trap for these people, and he's about to ensnare and entrap them, and entrap their souls with this coming, through the mark of the MOTB, through the Charagma, man. All right, through this financial system, which he's about to, dump and come in with this new system that's going to, literally ensnare and, trap these people in this evil net. And because I say that to say this, came across this article on Zero Hedge, which is, speak volumes, man. And it's true. And it's happening right now. It says, is the Fed setting a Cbdc recession trap? And that's exactly what this whole Cbdc that's about to be, issued here in America, and, all across the world, this B system is nothing more than a trap to entrap the souls of all of you people. But they're passing it. They're going to pass, you believe you me, man. They're going to come with all type of sweet words and, plans of the future and how this is going to be salvation. It's going to be great. It's going to, make it to where everything is going to be, on board. Everybody's going to be on board. This is the perfect plan. This is the perfect system. It's foolproof. And, they're going to be, having your favorite celebrities endorsing it, your favorite rappers, your favorite movie stars, your politicians, and everybody endorsing this thing as if it's just the best thing ever. But little do you know, they're deceiving you to entrap you in this ultimate slave system. So let's read some of this. It says, politicians have taken advantage of every economic disaster since the Great Depression. In the private back room meetings, they exclaim with delight, never let a crisis go to waste. We have been quoting that here at Great Millstone for years. These devils firmly believe in this motto, man, to never let a good crisis go to waste, meaning that any opportunity that they can use to get the upper hand and to, pass their agendas and pass laws and, pass unrighteous decrees and to get the advantage to have the advantage over the American citizens, they're going to do those things, man. They're going to do anything possible in their power to ultimately gain total control over every facet and walk of your life. And this is what this whole Cbdc is all about. And they've been planning it. They've been preparing for it. And now, we're right here at the door of it. It says this revolting phrase goes all the way back to just after World War II. It's credited to Winston Churchill, who at the time was working to form the United Nations. It says the premise of the phrase is to politically take advantage of any situation that causes a crisis for the citizenry of the country, right? And ultimately, they want to do it to gain total control over you, man. They're not doing it to benefit you or to, push humanity and civilization forward is really to gain total control over you people, man, so that Esau can try to establish his birthright that he sold to his brother Jacob, which is a total rulership over the whole planet Earth for eternity. It says 9/11 brought about the Patriot Act, which allowed unfettered government access to the private data of citizens, an unprecedented loss of freedom for Americans. The 2008 mortgage crisis led to the 2010 passing of the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act, drafted as a response to the crisis to promote financial stability of the United States. And see, that's why we call this man the devil. He's a deceiver, man. And he'll pass all these laws and he'll do all these things and he'll present them as if they're beneficial and as they're, promoting, stability and strength and, it's honorable. We're not spying on you. We're not trying to harm you. We're not trying to do anything. But everything that they say is the complete fucking opposite, man. That's why you can never trust this devil. You should never trust your enemy, man. All right. Because remember, this man came out of his punishment and out of the chains to come and to deceive the people on the planet Earth, man. All right. It says on March 14, 2018, the Senate passed the Economic Growth Regulatory Relief and Consumer Protection Act, exempting dozens of U.S. banks from the Dodd-Frank Act's banking regulations. So much for consumer protection, you see, and that's what they do. They pass these bills and it's hundreds and hundreds of pages, but no one, and they'll only give I think it was the Congress, or before they pass it, they'll give certain people only a certain amount of time to read through all 400, 500, even 800 or thousands of pages of the new laws that they're passing, which they know those people are not going to have the time to, read that with a fine tooth comb and, see what it's truly all about. And written within those, within those thousands and hundreds of pages is ways that they are going to get over and deceive the people and take more of your rights, to enslave you, to forward their agenda, to benefit them, and to further take away the rights of the poor of the people, man. And that's how this devil operates, man. All right. It's nothing new. This man is wicked. He's evil. And this is how he's trying to, and that's how that's how he set many traps upon these people through his contracts, through legislation, through unrighteous decrees, through wicked laws, man. And this Cbdc is nothing different, man. It says the current economic crisis. You know what? Let me get this precept real fast. See, that's what this devil does, man. And we're not ignorant to what this devil is doing. This is Psalm 64:2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And that's what these devils are. That's what this government is all about. That's what the Cbdc is about. That's what these new executive orders and laws that Joe Biden is passing, that new executive order. I forget the number of it, but it basically, is causing this, is bringing in the digital currency, which in December is going to ultimately give the government the ability to do away with the cash and the world reserve dollar, the dollar bill, and to bring in a digital currency controlled and totally controlled and owned by the government, which is going to lead to you people being totally enslaved. And it's going to come with a charagma in the near future, man. So this is the secret counsel of the wicked, man. And they've been planning and preparing for this for years, man, for centuries. These things don't just happen randomly. All right. They happen intentionally. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. So this whole Cbdc plan, all of those executive orders and different legislations and laws that they pass, man, are ultimately to shoot at the perfect, which are the Israelites. It's to set up situations and laws to where we're totally at the disadvantage and they're totally have the advantage. It says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. See, that whole Cbdc is nothing but them doing evil. It's an evil matter. They encourage themselves. They're all for it. They're all on board. It says they commune of laying snares. What is a snare? A snare is a trap, privately. So this whole Cbdc is a trap and a snare for the souls of humanity and the total enslavement and power grab of the elite over the people. And like I said, they've been working on this shit behind closed doors. They've been planning this. They've been setting up this infrastructure and the technology so they can be able to do this. And then eventually put a karagma inside your right hand on your forehead or wherever it may go so that you can be, their sole property and slave. And they've been communing to lay, like I said, it's going to come as a snare. It's going to come as a trap, because a trap, when somebody sets a trap for you, it's something that you don't see. And when you fall into the trap, it's usually camouflage. It's hidden behind the cover of leaves. It's hidden behind the cover of paperwork, legislation, and laws. And in this case, with this whole CBDC and this beast system, it's a snare, but they're passing it as legislation and laws to help and to forward humanity. But really, it's a trap for all of the people of the planet Earth, whether you're in China, India, Bangladesh, Australia, New Zealand. It's a global snare and trap that's being set for the souls of the people of the planet. It says, they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep, right? This whole system that they're setting up is deep. And they've did a diligent search. They've been working on this shit for centuries and years, man. And now they finally have the technology and the infrastructure and the minds of the people so far off that they can, believe that they can actually get away with it. You see? It says the current economic crisis of a looming 2022 recession has brought on the recently passed Inflation Reduction Act. You see, this is part of those them laying snares privily. This is part of that diligent search, man. This Inflation Reduction Act is just is nothing more than a trap. It sounds like it's something that's going to help, but really it's something that's going to enslave and ensnare all the people of the planet Earth and give them total control and power over every soul on this earth. If you bow down to the mark. It says, buried in the text of the bill in a March 2022 executive order from Joe Biden are fine print passages about a new financial technology that the U.S. government will enact and pilot. It's called the central bank digital currency. You see, these are those snares, man. These are those traps that are being set. And like I said earlier, they buried it in hundreds and hundreds of pages of these bills that they passed, knowing that the people are not going to have the time to read through that shit with a fine tooth comb before they pass it, because they only give them like so much time to read all this shit. And we always know that the people who are supposed to read it, they're on the payroll, they're paid off, they're with the agenda. So of course they're going to overlook, all the intricate details in it. But by the time, the whistleblowers and the citizens get a hold of it and get to read it and go deep into it, it's already been passed, And that's why this man is the devil, man. All right. He maketh mischief by a law and through these different bills, man. This is how he's able to forward his agenda and, do these, lay these snaps, these snares and these traps for the people, man. It says the exact text of the order reads, the order also encourages the Federal Reserve to continue its research, development, and assessment efforts for a U.S. CBDC. And they've already had the plan. They've already had the research. They've already have the technology. They already have everything that they need to bring this shit out. But like I said, they're just waiting for the next crisis. They're waiting for the next, so-called man-made crisis to happen to where they'll be justified in bringing it to pass, man. It's already been set up in their, secret councils, man, of how they're going to do this thing. It's just their job to make it look like as if it was just pure coincidence. And, they're just reacting to a problem that just spontaneously happened. But no, they created the situations. They bring the order out of the chaos because they're setting it all up. It says, including development of a plan for broader U.S. government action in support of their work. This effort prioritizes U.S. participation in multi-country experimentation and ensures U.S. leadership internationally to promote CBDC development that is consistent with the U.S. priorities and democratic values. And that's all a lie, man. This whole shit is being set up not on no goddamn democratic values, but on the values of the elites, man, of a world takeover, of totalitarianism. It's going to show you that. It says, if you're not frightened by this verbiage, you should be. Because remember, the average American citizen, they'll read these bills, but they can't read behind the lines. These devils will tell you one thing, but really they're saying something totally, completely different to those that have the ears and the eyes to see. It says, if you're frightened by this verbiage, you should be. If fully carried out, Chinese-style socialism could invade the thing you've worked your whole life to build, your retirement savings. You might be thinking this could never happen in the United States. The US dollar is the world's currency. While that line of thought may have held true for more than 60 years, the strategy is rapidly shifting in the US and around the world. Right now, over 100 countries are exploring or piloting CBD. Right. This is happening all over the earth without the average American citizens knowing about it. See, because Americans are so stupid and the mainstream media is so controlled, they're not telling you all across the world these other countries are already piloting and doing these CBDC systems. They're doing over there in Jamaica. They're doing over there in Sri Lanka. They're doing over there in Switzerland and China and all. And many other countries around the earth are already getting this CBDC shit rolling in their country. They keep you American people like mushrooms. They feed you shit and keep you in the dark. I had to quote my guy, the guy from The Departed. But that's true. The average American don't know that. They just barely hearing about, if they even heard about this new bill that's being passed. But the average person don't know what a CBDC is. If you ask them out here on the streets, they couldn't tell you what the hell it is, man. You see, but now, they passed that bill, and guess what? What's within that bill is the CBDC, and it's going to show you what it is. It says a digital form of a country's sovereign currency. Just like their foreign design Build Back Better initiative, it is a prefabricated template for currency takeover by the global elite. And that's all that it is, man. Joe Biden just basically signed a bill to do away with as a currency takeover, to dump the dollar and to bring in this new CBDC, which is a controllable, programmable form of money to where the government will have total control over every aspect of what you buy and sell. They'll be able to track you, what you buying, what you can buy, what you cannot buy. And these CBDCs, they're going to be programmable to where if this devil don't want you buying meat or fish or chicken, guess what? They program that CBDC to where if you go to the store and try to purchase those things, you'll be locked out from getting those things. And if they say you can only eat, your CBDC is only allowing you to buy soup and peas, and that's all you're going to be able to purchase is soup and peas, man. A total slave system. It says a central bank. Here it goes. A central bank digital currency varies greatly from other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Unlike Bitcoin, the digital currency is controlled by the federal government. While they maintain control over factors like interest rates within the currency, they also have built-in mechanisms that include programmatic algorithms. Listen closely. Programmatic algorithms in the currency. These algorithms amount to Chinese communist-style control over your money. See, like I was just explaining. It says how fast you can spend your money, where you can spend it, and even the things you buy will be subject to government approval before a transaction is approved. So this devil Joe Biden just basically signed over this country into the total control over these elites. But they're going to say, the government control. But really, when they say the government control, it's really the control of the elites because they control the government. And now they have it to where they have all their cronies in different parts and positions of power to where all these things are going to get passed, man. You see, it says anything that can be controlled and regulated from a purchase or transactional standpoint will be at the mercy of the U.S. government. Remember, like I told you in Revelation 13 and 16, you won't be able to buy or sell save he that might have the mark, which later on down the line, this CBDC will be linked into your charagma, into your programmable potato chip, if you can understand, man. See, and this is what this jackass Joe Biden just signed this country over unto, man. He just set a trap with the legislation and paperwork and bills. Those are all just snares and traps, man, to push the agenda of these elites forward, man. And the average American is just fucking clueless and just dumb and in the dark, man. They don't have absolutely no idea what the hell is being the trap that is being set before them, in these last days, which, here at Great Millstone, we've been warning you, man. And it's all going to lead to the charagma, to the MOTB, to the mark of the you-know-what, man. It says, drive a gas-powered vehicle. Your digital currency account will only let you spend so much money each month at the pump. It sounds unbelievable, but this is what is on the horizon. Keep in mind, when the CBDs are fully implemented, Bitcoin may not last very long. The U.S. government doesn't like competition, especially when it comes to the U.S. dollar. We've spent trillions of tax dollars on countless wars and conflicts just to protect our currency. See? I was going into this bullshit about, let me see. You see? But it's just showing you that, hey, this trap that's being set is this trap for the total enslavement, of your people through the CBDCs, man. And it's telling you basically, everything that you do is going to be controlled and regulated by these damn devils, man. And if you try to, you're not going to be able to move or function outside of the framework of this damn system. All right. So that article title was right. It says, what does it say? Is the CBDC, is the Fed setting a CBDC recession trap? And the answer is 100% yes, man. And the scriptures tell us this, man, because we're dealing with the devil here. We're dealing with the wicked, which are the biblical Edomites, which is the so-called white man, so that you can understand today. Now, I don't mean that every single white person that you see on the planet Earth is a part of this, are Edomites or are part of this agenda. But the ones that are, in positions of power, a lot of these Edomites that are politicians and mayors and governors and prime ministers and shit, a lot of these super rich, these trillionaires, these billionaires, they're all, the powers that be. And they're the ones that is bringing this shit to pass. This is Psalms 140:1. It says, a Psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which is Esau. He's a violent man. President Joe Biden is a violent man. He's an Edomite. He's a part of this wicked structure, this wicked rulership of the damn devil. And he just passed that, that bill to basically enslave all of humanity in this digital slave system. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. This whole plan, that whole CBDC is nothing but mischief, man. It's nothing but mischief and wickedness and deception. Let's look at this word for mischief, man. This man's a real mischievous bastard, man. And the word is raya. It says bad, evil. It says let me see. It says bad, unkind, vicious in disposition, and general of persons, of thoughts, of deeds and actions, and everything that the devil do is wicked and it's mischief, man. Let's see. It says evil, distress, adversity, evil, injury, wrong, ethically evil. And that's what this man is. He's not ethically righteous. He's ethically evil. It says what? Bad, evil, adversity, affliction, calamity, displeased, distress. And that's everything that this whole, CBDC is going to do is going to have all those reactions in it, man. It's bad. It's going to cause a lot of pain. It's going to cause a lot of death. It's going to cause a lot of suffering. It's going to cause a lot of confusion. And it's going to cause a lot of people to be put to death, man. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, meaning their mind, continually are they gathered together for war. All right. And that CBDC is him raging war on the people. They're raging war on the middle class. They're raging war on the financially independent. And this is going to, once they pass this bill, man, anybody that's in the middle class, that have businesses, that have a little bit of money, to their name is going to be totally wiped out. So that's why scripture tell you they're going to cause all rich and poor. And they only eventually have the plan on there being either you're going to be part of the super elite rich or you're going to be poor. And the CBDC is going to play a huge factor in that. You're going to have to obey in order to get your credits, to get your CBDC, to travel, to eat, to do all this. You're going to have to be totally obedient to whatever the hell, they tell you to do. And at any time, if you join yourself into this system and you buck up and you get cute or you do something outside of the narrative or piss them off in any wrong way, they can easily just shut you out of the system. They can turn off, they can stop you from having access to the grocery store, to travel, to using cars, to do any goddamn thing, man. You see? It says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. And that whole CBDC is a purpose to overthrow everybody's going. That's why I said in the article that the America that you grew up in and the America that these people knew and loved is about to be over with, man. Welcome to hell, man. Welcome to the New World Order. Welcome to the beast slave system, man. You know, this devil's about to take everything from everybody, man. He's going to shut you. He's going to do away with this system as we know it. You're not going to be able to have cash in your pocket or just a disposable income at your disposal. He's going to tell you, how much energy you consume, how much money you can spend, how many miles you can travel, how much carbon you could, use up on a monthly basis, man. See, it says the proud have hid a snare for me. Again, the proud. Who's the proud? Esau. And what is the snare? A trap. This whole CBDC system, this beast system, is nothing more than a trap for everybody, man. It says, and cords, they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Salah. And everything that this devil is doing is just all a trap, man. He got traps set up every goddamn where, man. And pretty soon he's going to start, coming down with that great wrath. It says, I said unto Yahweh, thou art my God. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Yahweh. O Yahweh, the power, the strength of my salvation. Thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Grant not, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked. See? Because ultimately, we know that the Lord is going to intervene. He's not going to get this new world order. He's not going to be successful in it, but he's going to cause a lot of people to be implanted with that mark. He's going to starve a lot of people out. He's going to bring a lot of chaos, and he's going to shut down this system and turn off the lights and let all type of manner of wickedness run amok before he really tries to establish his new world order, which is going to fail miserably. But the Lord's going to allow him to chip up a lot of people, man. But as far as the elect, he's not going to get his hands on the elect. It says, grant not, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves, Salah. And the Lord's going to do that. He's going to send back our Lord and Savior and our champion, Yahushua, right before he's about to fill his belly and accomplish this shit, to come and to destroy him with the brightness of his coming. It says, for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again, which is going to be the nuclear destruction. That's how the Lord is going to ultimately judge Esau in this whole, and the earth and the whole of America and his plans. It says, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. I know that Yahweh will maintain the cause of the afflicted and the right of the poor. Surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name. The upright shall dwell in thy presence. See? So we know that this devil is bringing all this shit in, but we know ultimately how it's going to end. But the point being is that, hey, this devil is about to spring this trap, and it's going to catch a lot of you people, especially a lot of our people, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. It's going to catch you unawares, man. Like I said, he's going to be making it sound good. He's going to make it sound like it's great and that it's salvation and that it's the answer to all the problems and it's going to stop chaos and it's going to be some form of salvation and peace and comfort. But really, you're going to fall right into this man trap and be snared and be taken, man. But those of us who are the household of faith that have the eyes to see, we're going to know better, Lord willing. We're part of that number. The Lord's going to, intervene on our behalf and keep us from this shit, man. But the point being is that, this article is exactly what it is. It's a trap and a snare being set for the souls of all of humanity all around the earth, man. And it's being done by these damn devils, man, to bring you into this beast system, to get you to worship him as your God and to take his mark and allow him to put his name upon you, which will result in your full and utter destruction in the presence of Yahushua, in the presence of the holy angels, man. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, putting the spirit of me and do this lesson. Lord willing, you were edified. Shalom.